What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Crypto Crow. It's 1:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You were going to see this probably this evening, about 6 p.m., which is going to be the new time. I'm going to start trying to focus on publishing new videos every single day. Looking at Bitcoin, just to let you guys know, I did a little tutorial video that'll be coming up towards the end of this video. Somebody had asked me a question and comment about tiered stop losses, the nature of those, how to set them up. And so that will be included towards the end of this video. I did have a trade, an active trade when I did that segment. I have since exited that short position at profit, and pretty happy about that. I think I only made like $7, but it was an at profit scalp trade. It was pretty good. And right now I'm watching my market cipher. I see this green dot and basically a double dot down here, which basically says this is likely the bottom for this time frame. And of course the price moved up, but it looks like it might be changing its tone, and we might be on its way down. Might be on its way down a little bit further. At which point I'm going to short it again and see what happens. So we'll see. Now this video. This is 5 more altcoin projects with one outlier. So there's 6 that I'm going to talk about, but the 5 more altcoin projects that I think are going to do really well in the coming year, 2 years, basically the coming bull market. And this isn't necessarily in any particular order, and I'm not going to go into super great detail. I want you to just research these projects yourself, but these are the ones that I'm all eyeballing. Theta is one on my list. Now, here's one thing that I want to point out. Countdown to Mainnet 2.0 is coming in 18 hours. This is going to be pretty big, but I feel that the price is already in there. Theta's up to 35 cents. It's up 172% over the year, 259% over Ethereum's value just in the past year alone, which is really, really good. Trading volumes, really solid. 63, almost $64 million. Theta I'm waiting for somebody to come out with a YouTube-ish like platform using the Theta network. It's open source. Somebody build it, please. And I want it to look good, and I want it to feel good, and I want to be able to go live and upload videos at the same time. I want to be able to do everything that I want to do. And then we need to start building a serious viewership platform. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, I believe my own, long term, I think Theta is going to rock it. I really do. Short term, I think after this Mainnet 2.0 goes live, I see the price coming down a bit. So that's just my own personal opinion. But, oh gosh, I got very little sleep last night. But Theta is definitely, Steve Chen, co-founder of YouTube, is basically co-founder of this platform. And when you look at the partners, when you look at the investors, the initial investors, which are all the way down here somewhere, all these different capital groups, Samsung, there are so many different capital groups and funds and everybody invested in this project. And the technology looks sound. The everything about this thing looks really good. I was bullish on this at ICO. I'm bullish on it still. And I expect to see good things. Omisego. Obviously a lot of people know now that, you're able to get this on Coinbase now. Do some digging on this project. This is one of my long-term holds. I have definitely, I went into OMG. It's been like 2 years now. I'm expecting to see some pretty good things from OMG. Up right now over the last year, just about 1.37 cents over Ethereum. Now that's not necessarily to say, anything, because Ethereum's come down quite a bit, and over the past 2.5 years it's come down a lot further. So the fact that it's starting to rise up over Ethereum, that's a good sign. Down a total of 25% over the past year. Volume is really, really good. $161 million worth of volume being traded every day. check out OMG, look into some details. Okay. Again, I want this to be kind of a quick video. I don't want this to be super long, so I'm not going to dive deep into everything, but just know, I've been keeping up with a lot of this stuff for quite a while now, and I expect to see it do well. Third on my list is Icon. If you're not familiar with Icon yet, you need to really check it out, and let me know in the comments. If I go over a project and you really want me to break things down in its own video, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do that. I'm just trying to push people in the right direction to get some ideas as to things that might be worth looking into, outside of the typical like Cardano that I'm always talking about and things like that. Cause these are, Icon was 11 cents at ICO. It never broke under that, that I can recall. Throughout the entire bear market. And now it's been starting to go up pretty steadily. And I think that Icon's definitely one to watch. Next on my list, Celsius Network. What is their... Celsius Network, I think, is basically taking over blockchain banking. Unbank yourself is their slogan. Their app's solid. Everything that these guys have been doing has been very solid. I have a lot of people in my community that are making a lot of really nice returns, generating a lot of nice gains on interest with their crypto. I suggest you check it out if you haven't already. Alex Mashinsky's a superstar. In the tech world, patent holder of the voice over IP, and the guy is just... He's just a super great dude. Overall, you talk to him, behind the scenes, on camera, it doesn't matter. He's the same dude all the time. He's super pumped. He loves what he's doing. And, I love Alex because he's a man with purpose. There are some guys out there who are, it's like, it's one thing to want to make money and to make a living and to do well for yourself and your family and all that. Believe me, I completely understand that. But there's something about somebody with purpose. This guy's purpose is basically to replace the central banking system as best he can. And he's well on his way. And if you look at Celsius Network's price activity, the green doesn't lie. Currently at 18%, it was just at 17%. And during the bear market, it was down a lot. I think, hell, it got a pump to 14 cents at one point and everybody was freaking out. So now, is that the all-time high? I think it's gotta be. Yeah, this is all-time high day for Celsius Network, folks. Up 77% over the year, 138% over Ethereum. Hoo-yah. I'm totally digging this. I love it. What's funny is volume is low. Why is volume low? It's $288,000 a day. Well, because everybody's staking it. Everybody's holding it. So yeah, there's not a lot of trade volume. And on top of that, Alex Mashinsky has not opted to pay a bunch of exchanges. He's not going to pay their crazy fees to get on them. He's on Liquid, which is a regulated exchange. There you go. 82% of the trade volume is on this one exchange. Everything else, I wouldn't touch it. I don't know anything about, I know about HitBTC. I likely would never use it. IDEX, cool, but I don't use it. Liquid's where it's at. The thing of it is, even if I go to like Masari.io and try and pull up on-chain statistics and metrics on Celsius, they don't exist because they charge crazy fees to get listed on there. And Alex is like, you know what? We're not paying any of these like greedy companies a fortune just to share data that should be available to the public anyway. But it's very difficult to do that as an app developer, or, there's only so much you can do. You have to keep your focus. And I agree with him. He's not going to be paying $1 million or $10 million or whatever these exchanges want to get listed. And he's like, look, it's fine where it's at. We're doing well. We're doing amazing things. If they want to list us, they can, but we're not paying them for it. And kudos to them. I totally agree. Ontology is another coin on my list. Ontology is good because it creates ONT gas, which is also valuable, both of which I expect to see rise up quite a bit. The new Onto wallet, or Onta wallet, I don't know how you want to pronounce that. It's pretty solid. I've played around with it. I'm holding Ontology. I'm holding Celsius. I'm not holding Icon currently. I am holding OMG, and I honestly cannot remember if I have Theta or not. I think I might have got some a little bit, like threw it in a personal wallet or something, and like it's sitting in a bank. So I don't even remember. But anyway, Ontology is, I've talked about Ontology a lot in the past. And, check it out. Ontology is a high performance public blockchain and distributed collaboration platform. There's a lot of huff and puff between a lot of the team member separation from Neo. And, but I feel like they've been helping each other in a lot of ways. So that's 5 coins that I expect you guys to look into. I encourage you guys to look into them. And I've got one outlier that has really been surprising me. And I invested in this as expecting it to be some kind of outlier. One of these projects that I'm like, well, it could go either way, right? It seems kind of like a small project, but it could turn into something. I've talked to the team. I thought everything looked pretty good. And then I thought it was dead. I thought the project was dead for the longest time because I just wasn't seeing much. Phantasma. Now, this isn't necessarily, I'm not sold on the idea that this project is going to make me rich yet, okay? But I am sold on the concept and the idea that the team is hardworking. These guys are putting together some really cool stuff, and I've seen some of it recently firsthand. So these guys have been, at first when their tone, like their overall business model has changed a little bit, because they're really focusing their attention on gaming, online gaming, which I think is really, really good. They're available on KuCoin, Switch.io, and Bidesk. I don't know anything about these two. But here's one of the things that they've developed recently. Next Level Gaming is here. They built the Pavilion platform, connecting Phantasma to Steam. So the Pavilion Hub, when I've downloaded it, I've been using it. It's not terrible. It feels a little teeny bit wonky and not exactly a fluid user experience. It doesn't look like something you would see in like a futuristic sci-fi movie. I'll say that, but it's not bad. The colors probably need to change a little bit. It's a little drab. But overall, this thing is going to be connecting to Steam. So games on Steam that want to get involved with the blockchain network or get involved with, Phantasma are going to be able to do that. One of the games that's doing this is this racing game. F22, actually, I think I can probably just show you some stuff. Yeah, this is the 22 Racing Series, an RTS racing game with esports DNA at its core. Join the early access sale now, and then you can acquire GOAT tokens. This game is pretty sick. Okay, I will say this. You basically have all these packs, right? You can download these packs, almost like a pack of trading cards, and each one of these cards is its own like non-fungible token made up of, I think, like 22 separate non-fungible token parts. So from your engine to all the different parts that make up your car, and you can upgrade them and change them out with different color schemes and all sorts of different things. This is coming to Steam, available in 2020. Add to your wish list. So if you're a Steam gamer and then you use the Pavilion platform to buy these different parts and packs. I'll play this real quick. I'll play a little bit of it just to give you an idea. I really want to create a Crypto Crow car for this game. I talked to Lee, and he actually sent me some GOAT tokens that enabled me to basically buy like 40 packs, 40 of these little NFT packs. And I opened a car in one of them. I've only been able to open like 8 of them because I don't know if I I'm not sure what happened, but I tried to open like all the rest of them at the same time, and it kind of timed out. I had to close the pavilion, reopen it, and try again, and it would hang. And I told them, and I'm like, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if I broke your toys. Like I'm going to go back and I'm going to try and open the rest of these packs. But I am like really excited about this because this looks ridiculous. And the thing of it is, once this launches on Steam and people are actively playing it, not only that, but the Pavilion platform is there are going to be a lot of different games utilizing this technology as we move forward, especially if 22 series starts to get really, really popular. People being able to customize their cars ultimately with, I guess you could say, real money. I mean, the tokens are valuable. And so then as they're having tournaments for cash and for tokens that are valuable, people are going to really start working hard on trying to get the best cars in the race. And I don't know. I think this is going to be really cool. The thing of it is, I did a video recently about blockchain gaming. Not many people seem to care so much yet about blockchain gaming. And I understand why. Because even when I'm setting up Pavilion and the Phantasma wallet and doing all this thing, it's cumbersome. I mean, it's not anything that you can just hop in, download, click play. Everything happens really smooth and effortlessly. It takes a little work. And I think that's the gateway to entry, or the barrier to entry in a lot of this blockchain gaming stuff. A lot of gamers want that instant gratification. They don't want to have to work for what they want. You know, it's why they watch streaming on YouTube and such. They want to see, what are the players doing? How do I get to this real fast? How do I power level this character so I can beat the world? Nobody wants to put in any real work in gaming. And so financially, it's one of those things where you put in a little work today, the payoff could be quite substantial later. So I've got my eye on Phantasma. I've said this before. I say it again. I think Phantasma's on the right track. Their token's really not performing that well right now. I mean, it's getting a little bit better, right? Inch by inch, it's getting a little better. Its all-time high was 76 cents. It's currently at 3 cents. It's got a long ways to go until it reaches its original all-time high. And with only $23,500 a day in trade volume, it's not breaking any records. But you know, when this thing launches on Steam, Pavilion really starts to take shape. They start finding new ways to make the user interface much more easily accessible and usable by the common player as opposed to blockchain enthusiasts. I think this could really, really make some strides over the next. I mean, think about it. If the bull market lasts 2 years, let's just say it lasts 2 years, anything could happen with these guys. All I know is they've withstood the bear market. They're still cranking out really cool stuff, and I expect the sky to be the limit for them. So I've got my eye. I'm watching you, and the Phantasma community has been really cool too. I popped into Telegram chat, said hello, what's up, and everybody's talking about this racing game. So people are excited, but the word has yet to spread. So we'll see how that transpires over time. So do some research, folks. Spend your week, look up information about these projects, and let me know in the comments. Do you think I'm right? Do you think these are projects that you think are going to make people wealthy over the next couple of years or not? And I know there are a bunch, and I'll talk about them in the future as I move forward, but you can only do so much in one video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and I got a question in one of my recent videos about a layered stop loss. What that is, what's the point of it? And in order for me to really demonstrate it, I'm demonstrating it in a trade that I have. I went into it a little while ago, and it's a small trade. Again, I only use like 5x leverage. I'm in the trade at $100 in capital. Or actually, this one's $500. So there's a $500 short. So it's basically at 5x, it's like a $2,500 trade, nothing significant. I'm at profit right now, about $7.40, whatever. So the idea, so right now I have this here's one of my stop losses, or my stop loss currently. The price is currently at 87.74, and I have my first stop loss set at trigger price of 88.06. Okay. So with that, let's say, so right now, if I were to get stopped out, I would just go ahead and sell everything and I would be at profit. Okay. Not a lot, but a profit. Now, again, I'm scalping these trades for the most part. Now, I could close my position right now at like $7 and make a $7 profit. Okay. Or I can continue letting it ride. So as I watch the price fall, this is on a 15-minute chart. If I watch the price fall, this 88.09 is showing me where I got into the position. I'm pretty sure, where is it? Yeah, 89.09, sorry. So this green flag right here shows where I started my short, okay? So I've ridden this all the way down, and it started to come back up, okay? Still hasn't touched my stop loss. Now it's starting to move back down. So basically what I would do is I could either completely liquidate my position if the price comes back up here, depending on whether or not I expect the price to go long from there. Maybe I expect it to rise up, and that's going to be dependent on what the charts are telling me. Now, if I didn't want to liquidate my entire position at that point, or I shouldn't say liquidate when I'm talking about this, should I? When I exit my position, my trade, I could change this so I can edit my amount, or let's just say that this stop loss is for $200 worth of my position, okay, which would leave $300 in the trade. Then I would just come into conditional and I would set my new trigger price at market, okay? I'm always doing my stop losses at market. But let's say the price comes down here to 87.20. And I've got a $200 stop loss here. And then maybe at 87.55, I'm going to put in another stop loss, which the price isn't there yet. So I'll set this at 88.75. 88.75. I don't even know if that'll work because this is a full amount. So, but then I would just click buy long. Okay. And then I would change my quantity to like 300. So if the price comes back up to 89 or 88.75, that would sell and exit $300 worth of my capital position in this short trade. And I can do that. So to break it up, let's say I wanted a 3-tier, okay? I went into a position at $500. I'm riding the short down, and then I would just basically put like, a $200 exit, another $200 exit, and then a $100 exit at the top. So as the price is coming up, it's exiting. I'm partially almost like averaging in, averaging out. It's kind of the same principle, but through stop losses. And on top of that, doing a tiered stop loss kind of helps prevent you from getting blasted through. Like if a price completely just shoots through, it can help you make sure that your actual stop loss gets executed properly. And maybe if it misses the first one, it'll hit the second one, hit the third one, and so forth. Okay. So a tiered stop loss is good. But what I'm doing right now in this particular trade is I'm watching, like my stop loss at one point was like up here at like 88, 87. And all I'm doing is I'm slowly dragging this down. Boom. And then little notifications will pop up that I changed my trigger order, or I changed my stop loss. And that it's that simple. And if you have tiered stop losses in there, the same is true. These little flags will come up. And as if you're on a short, you're basically just watching the price come down, lowering your stop loss, and you'll lower as many of them as you have. And that's it. That's basically how easy it is to set up a tiered stop loss. Hopefully that helps.